Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not envy, is not boastful, is not conceited, does not act improperly, is not selfish, is not provoked, and does not keep a record of wrongs. Love finds no joy in unrighteousness, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. But as for prophecies, they will come to an end. As for languages, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will come to an end. For we know in part and we prophesy in part. But when the perfect comes, the partial will come to an end. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put aside childish things. For now we see indistinctly, as in a mirror, but then face to face. Now I know in parts, but then I will know fully, as I am fully known. Now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Number 2 could be very significant. Collective. I felt compelled to do this reading. Okay, I just got done meditating and I was called to do this reading. That was Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 13:13. You are breaking people's patterns. You just so happen to be this threat, number 33, because they have never felt this part of themselves awakened before. Collective, hear me when I say. You are a threat. It is a trigger, and the trigger is leading them to awaken. But some will never admit that to you. Instead, they will steal your energy behind your back and try to replicate it and say it is theirs. Your energy is exuding so much that it threatens and it triggers. But you see, collective, the trigger is to happen first. Okay, we have the Empress. The trigger is to happen first because it is to awaken something inside of us. And I'm following the rhythm here. And I also had written this down. Essentially, we are to wake up. 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 Spirit has come. I'm following the rhythm here. And Spirit has come to awaken the blind, the unawakened. You see, collective, it is a sad world, okay? And I speak of this with empathy, but not the fake kind of empathy. Anything could be flipped, okay? The devil will come to you with charm. At first, 444, when I said that, and I caught that right now. The devil will come to you with charm and act like an angel. But you see, in time, over time, collective, that shit expires. You know what I mean? anything could be masked. We live in that kind of world now. There is no true, genuine love. It is all masked. Some of us are milking, I'm getting this. Some of us are milking just so we can get the attention. But it's not true, it's not genuine, it's not pure. I'm speaking to somebody here. You are breaking people's patterns. This is a good sign, you see. You are breaking people's patterns because you are to awaken them. Now, 555, when I said that, not a lot of people are going to, accept this part of themselves, okay? Because once somebody is awakened, there's a lot of truth that comes with that collective. Perhaps it is not our darkness that we are most frightened of. 626, it is our light. You see, society has become so suppressed that when one becomes awakened, it is a threat. This is how bad society has become. Because we're living in fear. Fear being on this side, love being on this side. When one is awakened, when one is threatened by somebody's light, one is also awakened. It is leading you to enlightenment. High Priestess. But it is never to harm you. You see, we're just not used to being awakened because we have been suppressed for so many years that when we see somebody living up to their light and living up to their utmost self, it is a threat. Confidence has been suppressed. Creativity has been suppressed. All the good things in life, all the valuable things in life has been suppressed. And it has become a threat. When it should be the other way around. And you are a big part of that. I'm following the rhythm here, collective. You are a big part of that. We are to raise the collective's frequency by enlightening one another with the love that we carry inside of us that we have built for ourselves first, and then we are to give it to each other as a blessing. I'm following the rhythm here. As a blessing, I mean the blessings that he gives you, that you are to also share with the rest of us. Now, when we don't find ourselves in this place, collective, I'm following the rhythm here. When we don't find ourselves in self-love, when we don't find ourselves in self-compassion and patience and faith and hope and kindness, and not just kindness that you give to other people, but the kindness that you give to yourself because you know how worthy you are and you know how valuable you are. Now, society may not tell you how valuable you are. No, 858 when I said that. Number 9 can also be very significant. Society may not tell you to love yourself, to find hope, to find faith, when it should be the normal. We have been suppressed for so long that when that part of us awakens, it becomes a threat to the rest of us. When it should be looked at as something to celebrate. Collective, I'm following the rhythm here. Heavy emphasis on the word celebrate. You see, it has come to a place, right? This is a world where you can't even celebrate your wins anymore with other people. You know what I mean? It has become a hateful place that you can't even celebrate your wins with other people no more. Because jealousy is praised. Envy is praised. The devil is praised. When one becomes enlightened to their talents, to their gifts, their creativity, their essence, when one is awakened by all of that, it is not seen as something to celebrate. That is the world that we live in. It has become a world of competition. Well, you can be better than me. It has become a world of hate. But hate is rooted in lack of self-knowing, self-soothe, and the most basic thing that we should do for ourselves, to simply care for what's inside, to simply care about what is inside, to simply care about the unease, to simply care about 1111, the anxiety, to really simply care about the unease, the disease, 1122, to simply really better yourself because you are worthy. But they don't tell us that. So there are a lot of us right now. You're doing so much for yourself to save yourself. Keep going. 1144 when I said that. Keep going. Keep going. You is defending you because you have been in this journey of self-sacrifice. You ain't doing it for nobody collective. You're doing it to better you. Imagine somebody at home doing yoga, doing all kinds of stretches to better themselves while somebody else is hating on them from a distance. Come on now. We cannot let hate become superior here. Number 22. We cannot let hate be superior here. You out here defending yourself. You out here defending yourself, defending your light, defending your creativity, defending your business, defending your family, defending your dog. You out here defending you. 11, 12, 44. 44 could be significant. You are to keep going with that. Perhaps you have been. And perhaps this is why you are triggering people. That they will do anything, plot, plan, anything and everything to put you down. Let me read this again, in case some of y'all don't know, because you don't. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not envy, is not boastful, is not conceited, does not act improperly, is not selfish, is not provoked, and does not keep a record of wrongs. Love finds no joy in unrighteousness, but rejoices in the truth. You see, collective, I'm following the rhythm here, that when we don't follow our truth, and when we don't ground ourselves in our truth, what do you think that life looks like? Some of us, and it's funny too, because like, I'm following the rhythm here, okay, and this is the energy that's coming through. Oof. I'm sweating right now. I feel hot. The darkness is being enlightened. This is why we all feel uncomfortable right now. Following the rhythm here. This is why we all feel uncomfortable right now, because the darkness is being enlightened. This is what I'm getting from the Empress. Okay, I'm speaking to a chosen. You are breaking people's patterns. Like, you have broken your patterns and the cycles, and you have broken generational curses, but you are now triggering people to break their patterns. Does that make sense? You're exuding that light. You carry it, and so you are now giving it to everybody else. It's a blessing. But it is also very uncomfortable. This is how suppressed society has become. That's not a good thing. is not to be praised. It's to be really easy with. It also comes with patience, right? And I do believe that the patience that you're carrying inside of you is the patience that you have built for you. And I don't know how long that's been, collective. I'm following the rhythm here. I don't know how long you have been carrying that patience with you. I don't know how long you've been, honoring and staying loyal to that patience that you've built within you. But you just keep on going. And what you're doing with it, as you are holding on to your loyalty and your patience for yourself and the compassion and the kindness that you have built for yourself, as you are carrying this with you, you are also breaking people's patterns. That is an amazing gift that you can give to this world. You are not alone, by the way. That is an amazing gift that you can give to this world. I feel us so heavy right now. I'm learning to understand people's love language. For real. But I'm also learning to stand up for myself when somebody shuns my light, puts me down, gaslights my light, and then steals it, and then claiming it. This is the world we live in, and is not to be praised. And there are people out there who is praising this to get attention, to gain power, to gain superiority. All consuming. It's all for attention, really. And you want to gain that attention because you cannot give that attention to yourself. Collective, I'm following the rhythm here. And so for some of us, you are defending yourself for righteousness, upright. Because you just have had enough. Your honesty, I'm following the rhythm here. Your honesty is exuding. Your honesty is exuding. And let me tell you this, that perhaps what people are triggered by, some of these people are triggered by, is the inner work that you have endured and have conquered and had overcome, baby. This is emotional intelligence just exuding. This is our human intelligence that we ignore and suppress, that they ignore and suppress, that now we are being awakened to, and we're going, I don't even know who I am anymore. I suppose you're not supposed to know who you are anymore. That when somebody says you've changed, one should respond to that as, that's good. I'm proud of you. But you see, it's not always like that. Because change can look like a threat to some. Because they don't see their worth and the value that they carry within themselves. And let me remind you, collective, that worth and that light and that essence is in everybody. It is in everybody. You may think, you're in the darkness right now. I can't do this, Kimber. I'm so depressed. You may think like, I'm just going out of my mind right now. I don't even know who I am anymore. You're going crazy. You're going crazy. Perhaps one should lose their pride and should lose their mind to find their essence and to find themselves. I'm hurt, for real. I'm hurt with everything that's going on in this world. I'm so hurt. And when I shed tears, collective, I don't just shed tears for me. I shed tears for me and you. It has become us. Not just me and not just you separately divided. It has become us. Suppose that it was supposed to be like that in the first place, but then we were divided somehow, somewhere along the way. I don't know. But it is one to fight for. The Fool, the Six of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. Suppose that we are to fight for it. Now, if you are willing, you are the most hated out here. That's the world that we live in. And I'm just reminding you. And you can define that for yourself, and however you want to define that, however you want to take that in and process it in your mind. You're fighting for your life. It's the only one you got. We can operate from fear or we can operate from love. Which one are you? I love you. And thank you for tuning into another reading. My name is Kimber. And I'll see you guys in the next. Love and peace.